So, welcome. I am the Elfian Realm communicator, Castelia Novathea, and I started this journey through healing my inner child and ascension. That's what this first kind of lecture lesson is about. Two domains of the Elfian Realm wanted to have their elders. In the Elfian Realm, there are elders of each domain, kind of like if you've talked to the lady who does the fairy reading, like royalty in a way, but they don't use those terms. They use the term elder or assistant to elder. They're more advanced, went through different ascension processes in the Atlantean Age. When Atlantis fell, miscommunications about them inevitably happened because when darkness came, people weren't able to see the truth and the light in the same way. They think that the best way to start helping all of you is to offer a little bit of guidance about ascension of your soul and mainly the integration with your inner child. Your inner child is a part of your body. There's the 5-body system: mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, and akashic. In your akashic body, it's your past lives and your past in this lifetime, which is your inner child. A lot of people treat the inner child like it's separate from you, but it is you. It's just a different version of you that you want to heal and help it ascend with you, because you're not going to really ascend to a higher level if your inner child isn't there yet either. I opened the book before starting to see if there's any message that they wanted to start from the book that's already typed out. And this is directly channeled from the source of their realm. Just like we have a source, they have a source as well. And here's a message that he would like to share to all of you about the elves. We are just one piece of the puzzle. We are just one story out of the masses of stories. We're the Elfian Realm, born from the flower of inspiration. The physical realm is not all there is, and the universe is not all that it seems. It is up to you as an individual to seek more, to learn more about your soul's origins, to learn the truth of the universe. Your physical history is an illusion, meant to distract you from the infinite truth of the universe. Be a truth seeker, and once you discover the truth, be a truth speaker. The time for metaphors is done. It is time for clarity beyond physical comprehension. We adore all of you more than you may. We adore all of you more than you can imagine. And if you just open your mind and your heart to remember your soul's truth, you may just remember that. Go ahead and come in. You may just remember that you adore us too. We believe in you and all of you, no matter what you have done in this life. We believe you can be the generation of birth, the next golden age. Our entire realm supports and loves you unconditionally. So ascension guides basically are how the Elfian Realm can help us connect to our soul's inspiration through the ascension process. If you've heard of a soul spark, that's what inspiration is, your soul's inspiration. We all have a guide. I unfortunately don't have the capacity and my abilities yet to channel individual guides, but I can channel the elder who helped teach them to become your guide. They have messages to share. And after that, I will channel the head healer. She is the elder of the healer domain, the healer elves, and she'll talk about inner child healing. So let's get started. I'm going to ask all of you now to imagine your guardian angel, wings around you, protecting you, keeping you safe, and set the intention to receive messages for your highest good, for the highest good of those around you and the collective. And you're surrounded by divine love and light, because love is infinite, and it'll protect you from any miscommunications. I'll do the same for all of you. When you're ready, you can open your eyes, and we'll get started. So they define he or she as divine masculine or divine feminine energy. And even sometimes they'll refer to me as, you have a more divine masculine soul energy, but you're physically a female. They see that. They see that your soul's energy and your physical form's energy can complement each other to have both. So when I'm saying he or she, it's because that's the divine energy that they radiate the most. So to start with that, because they like to clear up that as well. So the divine masculine male energy of the elder of the Elfian Traveler Guide domain of the Elfian Realm, please step through to talk a little bit about ascension. And after I step back, explain a little bit, I astral project out of my body. I go to my original star origins, soul origins, and they step through. And afterwards, I'll explain the visions that they showed me while they were speaking to all of you. And maybe that will bring some individual messages, who knows. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to step back and let them come through. please, Traveler Guide Elder, the Elfian Traveler Guides, come through when you're ready. Oh, this is exciting! Hi! Hi. I see some souls who maybe you've started your awakening journey at different time points, but it's never too late or too early to start. I can sense some souls who have soul contracts with maybe children or grandchildren or nieces or nephews or brothers and sisters to help them blossom and awaken as well. You're here for a reason. I sense a lot of love. Love here? A lot of love here. A lot of love here. There's so much love in the room. I can sense it very clearly. I am the elder of the Elfian Traveler Guide domain. And I started off like the guides in my domain, teaching and educating all of the people of different realms, the beings of different realms, about our realm. And I want to talk about ascension because that's how we learned we can help you with your ascension. There is Traveler. Traveler status exists in every single realm. It's Ascended Masters. So maybe you guys have heard of Ascended Masters before. Traveler status is right before the Ascended Master status. It's where you're free from the physical limitations completely. You've completed your purpose, and now you're moving on to the next thing, and then Ascended Master. That's where we get the Traveler from in our name, because that's what I am as the Elder. I went through Ascension as well. The Atlantean Age was a big part of my individual ascension. We all have unique individual names, but some of them don't translate into human languages, and whenever I show our communicator my name, she backs out immediately. It's very, very long. It's just, you can, if you want to connect to me specifically, you can just call upon the Elfian Traveler Guide Elder. To call on your Traveler Guides, I ask for my Elfian Traveler Guide from the Elfian Traveler Guide domain of the Elfian Realm to step forth and help me as I ascend. Right now we're in a massive portal. Angel number portals, 999 was yesterday. That portal, very powerful with the little 6. There's a lot of master numbers going on, and the angelic realm works with numbers a lot. They love the numbers of sending you messages. And the Mercury retrograde, which a lot of people think is negative, but it's actually it can be very, very positive. It's just a shift in cycle. It's just shifting another way, bringing about something new. These retrogrades and planet shifts only influence you if you're trapped in a lower frequency. And chances are that if you're here right now, you're already elevating past the negative frequency. So they're not going to negatively influence you. Not in a negative way as somebody who is trapped in negativity it would. If you're shifting past it, it can be very positive. And we also have the full moon. And that frequency, and I sometimes go around, I use the moon cycles as the way that I tell time. That's how we all really tell time in the Elfian realm. We use the moon. And there's a great emotional healing. It's the perfect time to work on healing your inner child. With ascension of your soul, there's different ascension symptoms that you may experience. And these are your body and your soul telling you what is out of alignment. A lot of people feel the headache. You want to know why that is? Because of the ego. The ego is this curtain blocking you from your true voice, from your authentic self. And your mental body during these ascension portals can feel a little off balance if you're living a life led by the ego, or even letting the ego influence you to a degree that you don't really know who you are. Imposter syndrome is a term that you all use. Releasing that is very, very important. Clearing your mental body, because you want to separate the ego and know that you can have a personality, you can have all these different fun things. I mean, we do, but we don't have an ego. The ego is the voice of the negative polarity. The ego is like the devil on your shoulder. You have the angel devil on your shoulder. Angel on your shoulder is your true authentic self, who you are always meant to be. And then there's the ego. And you live on earth that has polarity. The negative polarity has the right to have a voice of its own influencing your life. That's why you came here, to learn how to free yourself from it. And when you ascend, it is a sign that you are freeing yourself from it. Ascension is very complicated and different for everyone, but when you're feeling certain symptoms, look at the chakra that's there. You're feeling stomach aches during an ascension portal. Maybe you've been giving too much of your power away, missing soul pieces. When you give parts of your soul to somebody and they take it with them and you don't get it back and they're draining your energy like an energy vampire, you feel like a part of you is missing. You want to call that back, reclaim your power. Don't let anybody have power over you. And society and the media and all of these things meant to entrap you in the physical form, entrap you in the physical. You are an infinite soul that can do so many beautiful things, and you can use the physical form as a tool. You're meant to take care of your physical body. It's a tool. You're meant to take care of the earth. It's your home. Learn to take care of the things around you and find Joy in the simplest of things. Connect to everything around you. We encourage connectedness, really connecting, soul connections with nature, animals, going back to the roots before there was media and television and programming and things like that. Freeing your mind is really the first step to ascending to higher levels. Learning how things drop you dimensionally, educating yourself about it. And I could sit and talk hours about the different things that drop in and raise your energy. I won't do that now, but I will give you a little bit of advice. If you are consuming something and afterwards you feel bad inside, like there's something telling you, maybe that's a sign that that's not good to have for your energy, for your soul. Your bodies are evolving past the need for certain things. You're evolving higher and higher and higher, because the higher your soul ascends, the need for dense things disappears. You have to release dense things and even dense people from your life to truly ascend. Anything dense and negative and trapped in the 3D is not going to serve you. But I can tell you're all working now to release that. And it's not, you shouldn't feel like you have to be at a certain level at a certain time. Know that you're all on your own process, and when you connect to your ascension guide, you can learn more about that. But you don't have to just start and automatically reach the 5th dimension. Take your time. You may fall back, you may rise again. That's part of the journey. Just don't get entrapped again. Don't forget your soul. That's the most important part. But don't try and rush it if you're not ready. Don't force yourself to do something you don't want to do. You have free will. It's the biggest thing that we want to express to all of you is you have free will. You have the free will to call upon us for help. And because during the fall of Atlantis, what caused the fall was experimentation and the taking away of free will. That's why we are reminding all of you that you have free will. There is power in your yes, and there is power in your no, and that'll help you in your ascension. And in inner child healing, where my lovely friend, the head healer, she's going to step through right now and communicate to all of you. Hello! I am the head healer of the Elfian healer domain. I am a divine feminine frequency, and inner childs. Oh, inner child healing. Inner child, the concept of it, it seems like some people don't really understand all of it. And that's okay. You're here to learn. And sometimes there's miscommunications about things. So here's what you need to know. The inner child is a manifestation of the past in this lifetime. It is you when you were a kid. It was you a month ago. It is a manifestation of your past. It is where trauma of this past life is formed. It's as if it's forming the Akashic body for when you leave this physical form. What I mean by that is it's developing all the different things that you need to heal in the next lifetime. But if you heal it in this lifetime and fully become one with it and heal your past lifetimes, by the time you transcend out of this physical lifetime, you'll be free of a lot of baggage, and maybe you'll be ready to ascend to a traveler status or a higher status as a soul. Maybe you'll complete a lot of missions, and then in the next lifetime it will be even easier to fully complete your purpose as a soul, and then pick a new purpose, because you're never done growing and evolving and helping this massive multiverse that we all live in. It's important for you to know that when you are thinking about helping others, you need to first focus on healing your inner child. Because you can balance your physical, spiritual, mental, and emotional body. Easy, you can do that. But the Akashic body is one that nobody really talks about much. I'm sure that it's a foreign term. Other than Akashic records, what does that mean? You can heal your past lives and ask for any soul contracts to be dissolved if they're no longer needing to be active. You can work on healing that and learning what you need to learn from those past lives. But then there's the inner child. People heal their past lives, but then forget that there's the inner child. Go about still with a wound of their past self. We're in the energy of a middle school, right? When you were in middle school, somebody bullied you, and you healed everything, but every now and again you get triggered by this simple phrase: you're not pretty enough, you're not worthy enough, and it triggers you. That is a wound of the inner child, and a sign that your inner child isn't making it past your heart chakra or emotional body. With aligning your bodies, the body systems need to be aligned with each other and with the chakras. The integration of the inner child is aligning it with your chakras and your 5-body system and your 5D chakras, learning to integrate it into all that you have become. And a lot of people, their inner child gets stuck here. They get stuck at their heart and emotional body, because that is where a lot of the wounds hold themselves. Some people get stuck at the sacral because cords of attachment, negative cords of attachment, fear, anxiety, maybe even the solar plexus because you gave too much of yourself away. Maybe it's here because of a heartbreak. Or it's here because society is telling you that what you want to do or who you love or what you want to accomplish in life is crazy. And it gets stuck here because you go about doing it and you want to do it, you want to do what you want to do, right? You feel it in the depths of your soul, but people are telling you no. And that creates a wound in your inner child. Every day, it's like the programming of reprogramming your mind and releasing the ego. The next biggest step is your heart, your inner child's heart. That's where it gets wounded. Healing trauma. And everyone experiences trauma in some capacity. Everyone. Trauma isn't just specific to the people who've experienced intense trauma. Everyone experiences some form of trauma. And the things that you've experienced, it's not, you don't have to feel like you're not worthy or that your experiences and the pain that you've went through, it doesn't mean anything because somebody else around you experienced something worse. Your experiences are valid. They are so valid. Let them be valid and heal. Self-love and affirming, I am worthy. I am worthy of love. I love myself. Because a lot of times what blocks the inner child integration is when you still don't love yourself. You have to love all of who you are. Love all of your physical body, all of your mental body, all of your emotional body, your heart, the way you communicate, the way you walk, the way you talk, your true authentic self. Learn to love it all. And I know it's easier said than done. I know. But beautiful children of the tree of life, know this, that when you start to really choose love and place your hands on your heart and really choose love and make up for the fact that maybe you had a paternal or maternal figure who didn't give you enough love, choose to be that for yourself. You can pick up on that energy yourself. You can parent yourself. I'm sure some people have experienced that. A lot of people, there's so many people who have experienced some form of, and it doesn't even have to be drastic, bad relationships with their parents, mother or father. It doesn't matter. Some people haven't. It can just be where you feel like it's not clicking anymore. Yes, you chose your parents for a reason to develop as a soul, but that doesn't mean that they were meant to stay in your life. And if they're no longer in your life and you feel like that's best for you, but you have someone pressuring you about it, don't let them. You have to stand firm in your truth. Because for your inner child to integrate with you and for you to become one and free of all the pain, you must not let anyone pull you back into that place. Don't keep dense things around you. Don't let anybody pull you back into that place. It could be you were married for 10, 15, 20 years and then you decided you were done because you didn't love that person anymore and you knew that you needed to be somewhere else. You needed to develop as a soul. But you have a relative telling you that, no, you should have this, and that. That is negative affirmations. And when you replay it in your head, you are negatively affirming it. Words have power. And it was just supposed to be us talking, but since we have just a little bit of time, I'm going to ask a sound frequency elemental to talk about the power of words because I know that this will help you with inner child healing. So sound frequency elemental, hello, hi. I'm a divine feminine frequency. I work with sound frequency, and I'm a cosmic Elfian elemental. The cosmic elements are vast. There's so many of them, and we don't have time to dig deep into them. But I want to talk about sound. The music you listen to, certain words, certain types of words that drop your frequency. These are things that start to build onto your inner child. People negating your self-worth. You sitting in the mirror and you look at yourself, am I even pretty enough? You're all pretty. You're all beautiful souls. I can't really fully see all your physical forms, but I see beauty everywhere. Everywhere in this room. Beauty everywhere. You're all beautiful. Your souls are all so beautiful. It's amazing, and I feel like someone in this room needs to hear that. So that's why I'm saying it. Words hold power. Don't negatively self-affirm, and when you listen to music, oh, be careful with the music you listen to, because when you sing along, guess what you're doing? You're affirming it. You don't want to do that. You want to listen to, I am worthy, I'm manifesting abundance. You want to listen to, I don't let anybody access my energy without my permission. I protect my energy. Negative things don't come around me. You want to be listening to those things because that helps you heal. Because you can work on and integrating with your inner child and healing all the past, and then the next day you do something, and then it drops again. It's all about balancing the bodies. It's very, very kind of complicated, but not when you think about it. When your mind is free from the ego, your heart is free from pain. Your physical form, you learn to love it and feel comfortable in your own skin with whatever flaws you think. There is no flaws on the physical form. It's all for a purpose. You could have a mark on your body that you don't like, but maybe that's a mark telling you something about your soul. It could be a manifestation of your soul marks, marking that you're a healer, that you're a warrior spirit, that you're a huntress spirit. It could be marking that you completed multiple different purposes and you're just coming back here to help with the ascension of Earth, but like you've done it, you've been here. That mark on your body that you might not like could be a manifestation of that. And it could be telling a beautiful story about your soul, learning to love that, connecting with your soul, living a life led by your soul. Very powerful. The time frequency elementals are telling me to wrap up a little bit, so I will conclude with also your Akashic. Healing your past, to know that your past lives don't define you. They were your past lives, and when the ego hears about past lives, they like to use it against you, like you did this in a past life, you're so bad. No, you're not. It happened. It needed to happen. It's done. You can clear those ley lines and imprints. With your inner child, you want to make sure that you forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Say, I forgive myself. Because a lot of inner childs that are wounded, they always negatively affirm that they did something wrong. And you never did anything wrong. Okay? Beautiful. Know that. And affirm that. Positive affirmations will help you so much with inner child healing. Matched with action, and you're golden. And we'll conclude with that and let the communicator come through again. So stay inspired. And the Elfian Realm loves you and can't wait to help you more and more and more. Oh, people came in. I know they paused. Don't even know what time. You good on time? Oh, we're good on time. Not here yet. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so they were showing me a lot of different things, and I wasn't expecting to channel a cosmic elemental, but they are cosmic. They're at a higher dimensional frequency. I was seeing a lot of healing of ancestral lines going on. And a lot of that symbol, and I was seeing a lot of, for me, because I worked a lot with healing my inner child with trauma from my ancestral lines, and I was seeing that a lot. And I don't know if that's specific to, it could be literally specific to everyone in this room in some way. It was very clearly shown that when you are working to heal your inner child, don't feel like you need to have it healed to start healing your ancestral lines. If you want to start healing it, trust me, it'll help you. Generational cycle breakers are in this room. I saw that symbol. And maybe maybe all of you are stepping away from whatever your parents and tradition, who said that. Someone said that to me, that it's mistakes called tradition. A lot of the bad things, it's mistakes, they just use the name tradition. You don't have to fit into it. There are so many, and I feel like everyone in this room is a generational cycle breaker in some way. And you may feel like, no, my mom and dad are telling me no. You're being crazy, you're being stupid, this and that. But what I saw so clearly was freeing yourself from that. And it's okay. DNA doesn't define a family. And they were showing that to me very clearly. They were showing me my estranged biological father, that symbol, and how the thing that I affirmed to be able to get over any guilt that I felt for leaving him and his family was DNA doesn't define a family, nor does a last name. What defines a family is your soul. Because blood may be thicker than water, but nothing is thicker than a soul. When you have a soul connection with somebody, or anybody or anything, it's infinite. You could have a parent just in one lifetime and never see them again. Maybe this is the only time you ever knew them. For 10 years of your physical form, that's all you knew them for, and you don't even know their soul. But keeping them influencing you and influencing your inner child stops you from connecting with a soul that you've known since the birth of your soul. And that's what I was seeing very clearly. It's freedom. Freeing yourself from those bonds, because I saw the symbol, and I don't know who in here has this, but it's like an inner child is wrapped with past cords, and it's like cords of people before them. I don't know who that is, but I saw that clearly. Someone wrapped, like roots of a tree strangling them, and it's trapping the inner child. And to break free from it, the words that I saw was very clearly, I am free. I know who I am. I know what I am. I am my soul. I love my soul. I love who I am. And whoever is trying to trap me, keep me stuck in the past, I won't let them. The past does not define me. The future I can create. The present is now. And when I focus on present moment awareness, I can start to integrate with my inner child, because that's how it becomes one. When you don't look at yourself as, this is somebody else, I don't know who that is. When you look at yourself as, this is me, this made me who I am. Does that make sense to all of you? It was very clearly, I saw a lot of like worries about love. Maybe you feel like someone in this room maybe felt like they had to love somebody and then they left, and that was best for them. Or maybe they felt like they're worried, what are people going to think if I choose to love this person? And that's a wound on the inner child. And when you allow your inner child to speak through your heart and your throat to make those decisions, it's magical, and that's a life led by your soul. Want to lead a life led by your soul is just choosing every single day to make sure your inner child is one with you, and the mistakes that you made in the past do not define you. I saw that very clearly, does not define you. You are a new person. Every day you are a new person. Every day when you make a new decision, you're a new person. It doesn't matter. You can let it go. Just shake it off, let it go. And you can ask the angels, the elves, the dragons, any higher beings to help you clear any negativity, any negative imprints. So I recommend, if you had a disagreement or something that keeps you trapped in the past that may be trapping your inner child, to sage and ask for that imprint to be cleared. An energetic imprint, it turns into a ley line if it's left alone for too long, and then it's harder to clear. So if something happened recently to somebody in this room, a disagreement, a fight, a breakup, or something that maybe triggered an emotional trigger, a panic attack, anxiety attack in a space, and you have the ability to cleanse it, do that. And typically when you begin to heal your inner child, you'll start with the surface level and then dig deeper. Want to dig deeper and find your childlike joy. And that can help you heal as well. Childlike joy. And this is finding, you see kids all the time, they get happy with the simplest of things. It's because they're not trapped with the limitations of the ego or society, or that can't make you happy, you just have an active imagination. They don't see that, that's not influencing them anymore. Bringing that back, I saw that very clearly, that visual very clearly, but very beautiful. There's a lot of beautiful souls in this room, and I hope you all took something away. There's no accident that we are doing this inner child healing class in a middle school. So if you have trauma from a middle school, like really take yourself back there and what you have to heal, because a lot of the trauma that starts to trap you and trap your inner child starts in middle school. That's when, at least for me, that's when I saw the division for a lot of people. It really starts in that time period where the egos are really starting to grow and grow big, and that's when words and thoughts that were never yours, you start taking them as your own. From adults in your life, and that's kind of the time period. So take that as a message too. See what the conclusion is, and then if you guys have some questions, we'll have to wrap up quickly. Okay. Know that the warrior spirits want to help you clear any negativity, and you can clear negativity through action. So this is not the time to sit and be dormant. Take action. Like, seriously, take action. Summer's not over yet. Summer has action energy. Take action and control over your life and your healing.